If any of you see me around town trying to buy something, tackle me. Kick it! Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. I got tons of stuff to show you. Thanks for the likes, subscribe, and the comments and all that fun stuff. Like I said, tackle me. I do not need to buy any more crap. I've hit estate sales. I have a vintage pop culture store around me going out of business. They're selling everything off. And of course, in order for me to buy stuff, I have to sell stuff. I've been selling little doodads here and there on eBay. The only big sale was this recent. Got some Happy Meal toys together and sold it as a lot. Went for way more than I thought. File that under of you never know what people are going to pay for crap. I still have a lot of Happy Meal toys. I bought that from that store closing. I just bought like a storage bin of these Happy Meal toys. I've been separating them out and throwing up on eBay to pay for my addictions. Addictions, yeah, vinyl. Let's go. I figured I would start this off with... I always show new stuff I got. In these videos that I show all the new stuff I bought, they never do really well, but that's okay. I figured I might as well start it off in a unique way of showing what I'm currently currently have on the old turntable there. And this is what I have. It's When the Walls Come Tumbling Down, recorded April 26, 1980, 1 month after their debut album came out. Of course, talking about Def Leppard. On Through the Night, of course, is that debut. This is a great concert. It's a really good, young, hungry band. I mean, these guys are just, I don't know, probably like 18 to 20 at this point. The drummer's probably even younger than that, I believe. And that's when they're really good. The last 3 videos I did were all Riot Fest, of course, big music festival here in Chicago. Had a good time with that. A lot of videos on YouTube are talking about that Corey Feldman performance. You can't take that crap seriously because that's what it is, crap. He's not good. I think he's tone deaf. And that's the worst thing for a singer to be, is like tone deaf. You have singers that really can't, sing. Bob Dylan, Neil Young, they're a little off tune, but that's their thing. But then you have people that are off tune and it's not their thing. They just kind of, but it was entertaining. Anyway, thanks for all those people that have been watching those Riot Fest videos. Speaking about Riot Fest, I saw this band there, Flogging Molly. Longtime fan of the band, but let's be honest here. This album, I don't know what they did with the vocals. I don't know how they were recorded. They just don't have the punch that I'm used to hearing from Mr. King. But yeah, it's a good, songs are good and all that. So yeah, this is Anthem. This is their 7th release from 2022. And yeah, Swagger is so good. Drunken Lullabies. And they're a great live band. Like I said, one of my favorite bands I saw this year at Riot Fest. But yeah, this album, it's just, the production just needs a kick. But one album that does have a good kick, debut album, released earlier this year from the Plosives. I guess they're doing this because if you quit, then you're an explosives. I don't know. John from Rock from the Crypt on guitar, and singer Rob Pro. I think the singing sounds a little like Jellyfish. That pop band from the early 90s, Jellyfish, great band. I think it kind of sounds like that a little bit, but obviously with the guitar driven, to me it's more like garage rocky with like pop overtone, because like I said, how he sings, so it's good. Like, what are some guitar driven bands? Scared of Shaka, Gaunt, New Bomb Turks, with that guitar driving stuff. So yeah, Plosives, highly recommend this, man. It is nice to hear, even though it's made up a bunch of old dudes like myself, a new band forming that just kicks butt. Rock and roll is still alive out there, people. Plosives, a great record from them. Another highlights of Riot Fest was Quicksand, where they album played Slip. So they did this whole album. This is the 30th anniversary edition. I remember going to see Quicksand. I forgot who was the first opener, but it was Quicksand and then Helmet. So you talk about a heavy night at the Metro, I believe, here in Chicago. Yeah, so this is the 1993 album, but it's remastered. This is the 30th anniversary of Slip from Quicksand. And out of their 4 albums, I believe they have 3 or 4. I think it's 4. This is my favorite of all there. So they started off really, really strong with that one. The band from Skid Row, from the heavy metal scene. This is their 2nd album, Slave to the Grind. It came out primarily probably on CD. Original vinyl copies I heard sound the best, but they go for a pretty penny. And then they came out Record Store Day, and now this is a recent repressing of the album as well here in 2023. This one's colored vinyl. I haven't opened it up yet. I don't want this video to be long because I hate my own videos when they go over like 10-15 minutes, but I think this is like yellow and black. So Slave to the Grind, you find Sebastian Bach, a little screamier, a little heavier Skid Row album. Yeah, it's some kind of orange. I don't know. It's this color. Pumpkin. They were filming this in what, late September, so yeah, pumpkin color we'll call it. This one I got at a resale shop. The shop had a lot of crap, like old jewelry, silverware. I was almost about to walk out and I see a little stack of albums and they were just like $4 each, so I was glad they weren't priced like $20 each at a resale shop. This came out in 1976, obviously, the Bicentennial Gathering of the Tribes by Buddy Miles. I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm hoping it's good. I think this is like his, like, I don't know, 10th studio album. He had quite a number of studio albums. The reason why I bring it up, Mr. Buddy Miles, is I forgot. We all did, the whole vinyl community did like 10 albums you play a shit ton of. I forgot to put this in there. Them Changes by Buddy Miles. 8 songs, perfection. This is great. Came out in 1970 as a little boy. In the mid-late 70s, a real little boy. Looking through one of my older brother's record stacks, I remember seeing this. I remember just loving that drum set, putting it on. It was kind of like, to me, way back then, it sounded like the Wiz soundtrack, like a funky kind of weird thing. But now, it's got its own sound. It's really great record. I Still Love You Anyway is one of my favorite slow songs of all time. They do Neil Young's Down by the River. I mean, if you haven't heard this yet, Dreams is another great one. It says Greg Allman wrote that one. Otis Redding, Your Feeling Is Mine, they do it. So yeah, but he wrote Them Changes, so he's got some cash from that, although he's sadly passed on. But this is a great record. I can't, you have to have it. If you love rock or funk or anything in between, you gotta have Them Changes. Another band I saw at Ride Fest, Sleep Token. They're getting a lot of, man, if you're an old dude like me and you're looking at what the kids are listening to, Sleep Token is getting a lot of attention on all social media platforms. I think they still haven't fully discovered who's in the band because they kind of wear an outfit. But yeah, musically it's kind of like the Phantom of the Opera meets Slayer meets whatever pop band you want to talk. I don't know. It's just it's nothing like Slayer or anything. But it has a little bit of that grind. It has a little elements from a lot of music I don't like nu metal. It's got a little bit of nu metal. I hate nu metal, but they do it good. It's got like the straight up pop with the auto tune on the vocal. I don't like that, but they do it good. So they mix it really well. It's called Take Me Back to Eden. It's their third one, just came out in 2023. I tell you, this is great. And track number 7, Are You Really Okay? Some people are finding it like one of the most emotional songs ever. Some people are like, oh, it's just cheesy. It's got a suicide theme. Of course, September is suicide month, so anyone feeling depressed, always talk to somebody. There's friends, there's listening to records, keeps you from being too depressed. Lots of things you can do. So just throw that in here to this video. There's always ways to release depression and find that if you're finding yourself depressed. But anyway, so this song is about, I believe, suicide. Are You Really Okay? It's a good one. I like it. I'm on the team like, this is a really good emotional song as opposed to, it's too cheesy. And then some people are like, I think I heard the riff before. To me, if you listen to the guitar riff in that song, Are You Really Okay from Sleep Token, it is Thank You by Led Zeppelin. I think. Not that the Zeppelin guys have enough to go on to sue them. It's not like the Rolling Stones sue in the verb pipe, the verb pipe. Got that. Anyway, it's not as blatant as that, but yeah, it's good. So yeah, it's not gonna be for everybody, Sleep Token. But since I saw them live, I figured, what CD should I get? I heard this was the best one, so I like it. Also at a resale shop, I got Elvis with American Trilogy, my favorite performance that he does. Is good stuff, Elvis. Also, yeah, at that toy store that was closing, I got some cards. Fonzie Forever. I don't know. That's when you have addiction, you buy crap like that. Like this. Three's Company. Norman Fell as Mr. Roper. A sticker card. No other YouTube collection channel going to show you that. Hot items like Norman Fell. Whew. What a looker he was back in the day. Honky Tonk Man card. It's just, yeah, wrestling. Oh yeah, I got this. This is why this album is up. I also bought this poster from The Last Valley, one of the few soundtracks I didn't purge yet. Yeah, Material Issue, the two living band people there signed that for me when I went to see a screening of this documentary that came to me. It's on Blu-ray. I have a DVD player. I do have a Blu-ray player, but it's kind of weird that they issued it on one and not the other. Out of Time, the Material Issue Story. If you're not familiar with them, power pop rock band from the Chicago area, early 90s. They were on MTV a little bit. They just never hit it that big. Unfortunately, they had perfect songs, great band. They just, who hits it and who does not mean, oh, you hit it because you're good. You didn't hit it because you suck. Now, who knows? There's a lot of bands out there just never broke it. But yeah, Material Issue. This is a look at their life. The sad loss of Jim Ellison committed suicide. So yeah, it's just sad when people do that. There's always something to get you out of that depression, to get you through another day. Life is short enough. You don't want to shorten it yourself, that's for sure. But yeah, this is a great look at the band, a great look at the scene at that time. And, they speak with Jim's mom and all that. So yeah, it's a great, if you haven't bought it or checked it out, I just received this week. So hot off the presses. Great movie. Out of Time, about Material Issue. Mark, Mother's Bow, Myopia. It's just, the singer of Devo. I got my little hat back here somewhere. All right, got my hat. All you spuds will like that. Yeah, so you probably already have this if you love Mark or Devo. But it's a lot of his artwork. It's crazy stuff. I just saw it at a friend's house and was like, oh, I want to buy that for myself. So I did. Make sure stuff is appropriate. So yeah, it's just a nice hardcover book. And the reason why I'm all about book is, let me show you. This is a grail item I've had on my eBay watch list forever. And finally one hovered around $100. And I snagged it, and I think it hovered around $100 simply for the fact of who signed it. Because history is what I'm talking about. I should have pulled the plug when this officially came out years ago. And I just didn't have the cash probably back then. Not that I'm rich now, that's for sure. And so yeah, this guy had it on eBay. It's around $100. I jumped at it. It's coming apart like some do, I guess. But if you love the band Kiss, history obviously is just a huge look at the band. Tons of early pictures. I don't want to show too much. It's going to rip me even more. But the thing is why the prices fluctuate is who autographs it. Because obviously if you get the original for it, it's a little more. Or if you get Eric Carr, it's going to be a little more. I got Gene, Paul, Eric Singer, and looks like Tommy Thayer. So I got the current 4 guys, which is probably the 4 autographs that are worth the least. You can get Vinnie Vincent maybe, Bruce Kulick. I don't know if he signed some, but anyway, yeah. So I'm going to see Kiss in November for their last ever Chicago performance. It'll be my 3rd time seeing their last ever Chicago performance. Hopefully this one holds true. And I did pay a lot for the VIP thing, which I'll bring you all along with. This is an item I picked up also at that store that was closing. I think that's a German one. I don't know, French or German. Xanadu, of course, the 1980 movie with Olivia Newton-John. I think she was like 31 when they were filming this. Of course, she sadly passed too, but not a great movie, but it's kind of fun and dumb, It's 1980 for crying out loud. I got a Krang magazine with Dee Snider in it. Love to get these old music magazines. Why not? Cinefantastique. Classic old movie magazine. Of course, Logan's Run on that one. Femme Fatale, Audio Sci-Fi, and Horror Pervs. Used to read this stuff way back then. This is the December, I don't know what year, issue with Elvira. Of course, we all know Elvira. We all know her for a few reasons. I already made beer can. I'll go somewhere on the shelves. The Naboo Starfighter. Got this for like $6 at a antique mall just a few hours ago. Bought this. I love vintage hockey stuff, so got that from the Canucks, 1970, 1990. Looked like John Travolta VHS of The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. DVD of favorite wrestlers of the 80s. That's when I got into that sport. It's real. A Trenchmouth, the CD, of course. Fred Armisen, this is the drummer. Him, he's Portlandia, Saturday Night Live. Fred, he's a great drummer. This wasn't really. I have a 7-inch I really like. This to have that kind of style for quite some amount of songs. I gotta admit, I wasn't that into it throughout the whole CD. It's not really verse, chorus stuff that you sing along to. It's got crazy drum patterns, crazy music. It's not for people that just like a simple rock. I like weird stuff. I love Jesus Lizard, but yeah, for some reason Trenchmouth, the whole CD didn't really do it for me. I probably like just little selections. My friend Mark Rulo, he used to sing for No Empathy. Great Chicago punk rock band. This is their great record from 1993. They Want Whatever. Love this. If you ever see this used, or pick it up. He wrote a horror book called Slow, and I just picked it up. I want to support my friends. I heard it's great. People are saying it's really freaking scary. I am not went into horror stuff and not into horror books, but I'm going to read it, of course. I am going to read the heck out of this book, and hopefully I won't lose sleep. You just, if you weren't there, you don't know. You don't know, man. You don't know about the NAMM. I found these. They were like $1 each at a store, the NAMM resale shop. So yeah, that's a famous scene there. Yeah, the NAMM. I don't know. I don't really read comics, but I just like, it'd be cool, Vietnam. Convention was closing out or having a big sale on their online store, so I didn't get to meet these people, but they were clearing out. Of course, when conventions have people signing autographs, I always sign a few more for the convention to sell for their own profit. They'll be able to put on shows. Sherry Curry from the Runaways, of course, Runaways, the band that spawned Lita Ford in the heavy metal world, Joan Jett into the rock and roll world. Sherry Curry, I think she became a chainsaw tree carver. Svengoolie, local icon here in the Chicago area. Rich Coe's, I think he's like 70, 71 now. He's getting up there, but man, ever since the late 70s, throughout the 80s, you'd watch Son of Svengoolie. It's like MS3K before MS3K. He'd have little skits in between like these old, black and white horror movies and say stuff, and it was really, really good host. So this came out. Had to buy that, support the local guy. Berwin. This is a floss holder. I'm not a good flosser. Not a good flosser at all. I'm a good brusher, but not a good flosser. The former Blackhawk player, Duncan Keith, of course, he lost, like a lot of hockey players lost their teeth. I'm doing good with teeth. I did have one tooth pushed up from a floor hockey stick, from ice hockey. I've only been playing ice hockey for like 10 years now, and my skating sucks. I have 11 stitches in the chin here, one concussion, another concussion, sprained wrists, a little bit here and there. But I do not have the classic, I still have my teethies. Do not have that classic hockey smile, but it's kind of cool. I think that's it. I mean, really, there's more crap that I bought, more crap that I sold. I could show you my eBay sales, but why? This has gone long enough. Thanks for watching.